We see the to-do items do not look good at responsive view. On desktop screens, they get stretched. If we fix them by applying width to them, like 23%, that will not be suitable for mobile devices. So go ahead and fix the responsive view. Open underscore module.less file. Now, first of all, we will create custom variables. Screen underscore underscore ml and specify value totality. This will be our custom screen break variable. Now scroll to the end of the content. Then apply media query for large screen having 1280 pixels minimum width. Then specify to item ID list and add width 23% to it. Copy previously created media query. Change min width to max width. Then change width to 260 pixels. Next, adjust width changes for mobile devices. Specify media query for medium-size devices. Copy to-do item style from previous media query and then change width to 100%. Now let's take a look where this breakpoint is defined. Open directories lib, then web, css, source, lib, variables, and then open underscore responsive.less file. File contains list of several breakpoints, and here screen underscore underscore m variable is defined to 768 pixels. Here .media dash width is a mixin which accepts two parameters, extremum and break. Extremum sets whether to use min width or max width in media query condition. Break sets the value of breakpoint to compare within a media query condition. Now here the query is converted to add media only screen and a max width 768 pixels. Flush the cache and clear the static or generated content. Reload to the page. If we take a look with device toolbar, the to-do items looking responsive and they are being adjusted now on different breakpoints. Now let's use media width mixin for a custom breakpoint. For this purpose, we will need to define our breakpoint in style groups for mobile and desktop devices. So first go ahead and create lib directory. Then create variables directory inside it. Now inside variables directory create underscore responsive.less file. Now move the variables into newly created responsive.less file and then import responsive.less into the main module file. Now inside lib directory create underscore responsive.less file. Before writing something, let's take a look how style groups are defined in Magento core. Open lib, web, css, source, lib, and then open underscore responsive.less. The file contains a bunch of groups for mobile devices and desktop devices. Open underscore responsive.less file and add style group for mobile devices. Then create media query for max width using custom breakpoints. Inside we will call media width mixin and provide extremum value max in first parameter, then custom breakpoint in second parameter. Similarly, add style group for desktop, then copy the content from mobile style group, change max width to min width, and replace max with min in media width mixin first parameter. Then change only screen to all and specify print next to the media query. Open underscore module.less file and import underscore responsive.less from lib directory. Now it's time to replace the media query with media dash width mixin. For mobile devices, specify extremum value max. Then specify custom breakpoint in second condition. Change the command to medium screen so we recognize it easily. Now similarly modify the large screen media query and replace maximum max value with min. Flush the cache and clear the static content. Reload to-dos page. Let's check the breakpoints with device toolbar. Items are being adjusted on every point we needed. So our custom query is working with media with mixin as expected. Remove margin and padding from a to-do wrapper class. Now go ahead and create variables and use them in styles, so it will be easier to modify changes with them. Create variable to do underscore link underscore action underscore text underscore decoration and set it to none. Then use this variable in action class and against text decoration CSS style. Now create text color variable following by the link action name and specify aquamarine color. Let's remove text keyword from variable. Now replace the color with variable. Create variable to define border style for list item. Create to do underscore items underscore list underscore border and specify border style. Now replace list style with its variable. We are following a particular order to define variables, which Magento is also doing at many places. First, we specify item identifier, then element or class name, and finally the CSS property name. Similarly, we can use Magento default variables to replace typography like length, border, style, and color, etc. Navigate to lib web, CSS source, lib, and then open variables, typography.less. Scroll down, we can find define variables. The variables are categorized like intent, borders, links, etc. Copy border width base variable and replace 1 pixel length with border width base variable. Next, create variable for list border radius and specify its radius 16 pixels. Copy the variable. Then replace border radius value with the variable. Then we define a variable for background color of list item. Use the same variable name by replacing the property name with background color. Specify color code. We can use variable from Magento define color variable from colors.less. Copy color white variable. Paste and replace the color code with the variable in module.less. Replace the background color with the variable. Next, we create margin right value variable. Scroll to top and duplicate the previous variable. Then replace background color property with margin right and specify the margin value. We can also find the variable for 20 pixels in typography.less variable file. Here we see the intent base is the variable fits with the specified value. Copy intent base variable and switch back to module.less file and replace margin right variable value. Copy the variable and replace margin right value with it. Next, we will create a variable for top description background color. Create a variable to do underscore items underscore top underscore description underscore background underscore color and specify background color. Copy the variable name and replace the top description background color with the variable. Copy the padding value and let's create its variable. Duplicate the previous variable and replace background color property with padding. Specify padding value. We can find intent variable with value 40 pixels inside typography. Copy intent underscore Excel and replace 40 pixels with it. By default, 15 pixel value variable is not defined in typography. So let's create a custom variable for it. Create intent underscore standard and specify its value by applying calculations. Specify intent S, which is 10 pixels, and add with indent XS, which is 5 pixels. The last processor will convert it to 15 pixels. Now replace each 15 pixel value with newly created variable. Copy the variable and then paste and replace padding with it. Next, create border radius variable for top description class. Duplicate the previous variable. Replace the padding property with border radius and specify its value of 16 pixels. We can also use predefined border radius variable which has similar value. Replace border radius value with the variable. Now we will create variables for h2 element and the top description. Copy margin value. Create variable to do underscore items underscore top underscore description underscore h2 underscore margin and specify margin value. Replace the margin value with the variable. Next, create variable for heading color. Duplicate the previous variable and replace margin with color and specify color value. Here we can use predefined color variable. Copy the variable and paste to the h2 color property. Now define a variable for font weight value. Change color to font underscore weight. Specify font weight value. Replace font weight value with the variable. Now we will create variable for description text color. Create variable to do underscore items underscore description underscore color and specify its color value. Replace the description color value with the variable. Next, create a color property variable for bottom section class. Create to do underscore items underscore bottom underscore section underscore color and specify color value. Then replace the color value with the variable. For simplicity, we will move the progress indicator styles to a separate file. Create underscore progress underscore indicator dot less under source folder. Specify common styles. Now go back to module.less file and cut the whole progress indicator CSS. Go back to progress indicator less file and paste the content. Now switch back to module.less file. Import progress underscore indicator dot less. Now we will create variables for progress indicator as well. Now go ahead and create underscore progress underscore indicator under variables folder. First of all, create background color variable for progress indicator. Now create a variable progress underscore indicator underscore background underscore color. Copy the color code and use it inside the variable value. Now copy the variable and use it inside the progress indicator background color. Duplicate the previous variable, change the value to 6 pixels and replace background underscore color with radius. Now copy the variable and paste against the border radius value. Next we will create variable for border width. Switch back to variables progress indicator less. Create variable progress underscore bar underscore width and specify its value 1%. Now replace for class width value with variable. Duplicate the variable and replace width with the height and specify height value. Now replace height property value with the variable. Next, create variable for background color. Duplicate the previous variable, specify color and replace height property with the background color and replace the background color value with the variable. Now again duplicate the variable and replace with the transition. Replace transition value with the variable. Now duplicate the variable and replace transition with border underscore radius property. Then specify progress indicator radius variable in its value. Now replace with the variable. Next we will create text color variable for progress text class. Create progress text color variable and specify its value. Copy the variable and replace color value with it. Now go back to module.less file and import underscore progress underscore indicator dot less variable file. Now flash the cache and clear the static content. Reload to those page. the content styled accordingly, and media queries are also working as expected.